Let me tell you, Mum, if you haven't seen or heard that sort of music in your household yet, you soon will be doing, won't they? Now then, questions. Well, let's start with them, Mum. Where's Margaret and Kerry? Margaret, there you are. What's your question for the boys?
Do you ever feel sorry for mums like me? What's so funny about it? You have to put up with the kids who never stop talking about you.
Just tell. This is your daughter next to you, is it?
Yes.
Just tell us what it's like living with her.
Oh, absolutely murder.
Yeah. Non-stop.
Everything is Ant Dec, from the bedroom to the bathroom to even my front room. You're up on the wall there, you know.
In the front room too.
In the front room too.
So, and you have to take her to the gigs and the concerts.
Well, Dad does that.
Dad does that. Are you aware of the impact you have?
Not really, no. I think it's something weird. I mean, even, you know, when you see pictures of girls in magazines and stuff and they're saying, this is me in my bedroom, and it's got pictures of me or Ant on the wall, it's still really weird for us to see that. Yeah. You know, even after all this time, I still can't get my head around that.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I love it. I do feel sorry for those seeing pictures of me on the wall every day. I have to say. But no,
think how bad it is for me. I have to see him in the flesh every day.
We should explain. Yeah, because you live together as well, don't you?
Yeah, share a flat now.
Now then, if you're feeling a bit out of it at home, these are very privileged young women here in the audience today. If you're feeling a bit out of it at home, relax, because you can take part in this programme. Whose are these?
These are ants.
These are ants. Only slightly used, only slightly sweaty trainers, right? And he's offering them to anyone at home. So if you would like this pair of trainers, all you have to do is answer a simple question. We're going to be asking you, what was the year that Ant and Dec were born? Was it 1971? Was it 1973? Was it 1975? If you think you know the answer, give us a ring on 0891 66 5566. That's 0891 5566. If you think you know the year in which Ant and Dec were born, and we'll tell you the result and the name of the lucky winner, which our computer will randomly select at the end of the show. And if you can't get through first time, keep trying. We've got 7,000 lines up in preparation for this. Where's Nicola Dassie? Hi, Nicola. What's your question for the boys?
What is the best thing about being famous?
Right.
The best thing?
Yeah. The adulation of this lot? Everywhere you go? The money?
Yeah, obviously, I mean, the best thing is doing the gigs and, I mean, meeting all our fans and everything. And just, it's still really flattering for us to have people following us around and come to the gigs and stuff. And I don't think you could ever grow tired of it, at least I couldn't.
Do you ever grow tired of it?
No. I mean, I was going to carry on there. I mean, now that we've been doing this for about 3 years, doing the music side of it all, you know, we've been doing tours, but everything every day still seems fresh.
Is it all new excitement for you? I mean, there's new things happening to you every day, which makes it all turn.
I'll tell you what's good. The good thing is that, like, when we're doing the music and then the gigs and then the TV show, do you know what I mean? I mean, we've got quite a lot of things that we do, so you never get bored of doing the one thing. There's always something else that we do in the year.
Audrey Beckford's here. She's got a question for you. Hi, Audrey.
Hello.
Tell the boys where you're from.
Brixton.
Where you from? Brixton, South London.
Yeah.
And what's your question for them?
Do you ever wish you were an ordinary person?
Yeah.
When do you wish you were an ordinary person? When do you wish you were back in Newcastle?
When I'm really, really knackered.
Yes.
When I'm really tired, and you know, and you've got to bed at 2 in the morning, and you've got to be up at 6 to do something, and you've got a full day, and you know, you just can't see any time where you've got to yourself.
What might you have been doing had you not been doing this? Have you any idea?
We get asked this a lot, and I honestly don't know. I'd either probably be at college or university or on the dole, I think.
Yeah. You had no plans when you were plucked from obscurity, as it were, to take part in Biker Grove, which I mentioned earlier. You had no plans for your future.
I always wanted to be an actor, so I think I probably would have tried to follow that up.
But was it a bit of a dream, really, in your head?
Yeah.
What about you?
I always just wanted to be famous.
Yeah.
I was always a bit of a show-off.
Yeah.
When I was younger.
Lots of people are.
Yeah.
And you've made it. Let's just remind people about that show you mentioned. It's the Ant and Dec show, yeah? And it runs on the BBC at the minute?
Yeah, it did.
It did, and it's now switching to...
Yeah, we've done the shift over there.
Done the shift over. I think we've got a clip from the BBC version. Let's have a look at you in action there.
Go find out what Declan Donnelly gets up to when he's not on the telly. Let's run, big team. Right, Dec, this is you leaving the studio after last week's show. Looks like you're skipping, mate. Something nice for tea, was it?
Yeah, it was Golden Drummers. I love them.
Ah, I see. And we're just going to go to the camera. Oh, look, here's you in your dressing room, reading Twinkle, and what's that you're singing? Puff the Magic Dragon,
Does he really read Twinkle?
He does that.
Shut
And
it.
Bunty.
And Bunty, yeah.
Shut it.
One thing you two have got, and I don't know whether you work on this purposely, but you actually take the mickey out yourselves, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't take the whole thing terribly seriously.
I think that's just something coming from the northeast.
Is it?
I think so. I'm not really sure. We always sort of take the mick out of
You're
ourselves.
just a little bit embarrassed by the fame and the adulation, therefore you try and overcompensate for it by saying it's not really me, I'm different to that, yeah?
I think what it is that we've never really got used to it. We've always been sort of normal working class, kids. We both grew up on council estates in Newcastle, and we still feel the same as we did then. So it seems really weird for us, to be on TV and have sell-out tours and sell records and stuff.
And does taking the mickey out yourselves help you cope with it?
I think it does, but it also helps you to keep your feet on the ground, I think. Do you know what I mean? And I think the last thing I'd hate to do is get all big-headed and quite starry and take it too seriously, really.
Well, don't, because you're nice as you are, aren't they? Yes. Yes. Oh, come on, make your mind up. Right, where's Emma Parker? Because you got a question about Ant Dec, haven't you? The Ant Dec show, I should say.
In the Ant Dec show, you got in trouble for cutting off a young girl's hair. Do you regret it?
Now, you better explain for my mum and lots of grannies who may not have seen this, why you were cutting people's hair off on the Ant Dec show.
The aim of the item, it was called Beat the Barber.
Yeah.
And the aim of the item, we wanted to make the programme a bit sort of groundbreaking in children's TV, just like Tiz was when we were growing up. We thought that was just, we couldn't believe they were doing those sort of things on telly. So we wanted to try and do that ourselves on our show, 15, 16 years later. So we came up with this game show called Beat the Barber, where we'd ask a series of questions, and if they got all the questions right, they got a chance to identify the mystery celebrity. And if they got the mystery celebrity wrong, we'd shave off their hair.
Yeah, and you're talking about hair like this. I mean, you're talking about a whole head of lovely hair.
Yeah.
Lovely trick. Thanks, boys. Yeah, glad I went on your show.
Yeah. But we did get their permission. We got their parents' permission, and we got the school's permission.
You also got a lot of flack for it.
And we got a lot of flack for it.
It was in the papers, and there was calls of outrage. What is the BBC coming to? Yeah, exactly. Go on.
Do I regret it?
Yes.
No.
No. Because it was a bit of fun and the people involved didn't mind.
Well,
as far as you're concerned.
And like all the people we've met, especially the people that have watched our show, have thought it was great, really.
Yeah. All right, well, you've answered it. Where's Hayley Durr? Hayley? Oh, you're right over there. Yep. What's your question?
You spend so much time together and share the flat. What annoys you most about each other?
You can be frank.
Be frank.
There's only 3 million people listening.
Like we were talking before, when you work quite late and you're up really quite early and stuff, and you get tired, and Dec gets really quite ratty.
Does a little Dec gets ratty?
He gets ratty sometimes.
You can't imagine Dec's such a nice boy. Look at that angelic face. You can't imagine.
I don't get ratty.
And what's the worst thing about him?
Now, is there?
No, there's loads of stuff. I'm just trying to choose one.
What's really disgusting about him?
Oh, yeah,
Disgusting, right now then. We've...
There must be some bathroom habits he's got that have...
Well, funnily enough, there's the toilet seat that he doesn't like to lift.
Yeah.
He'd rather just spray that one.
Yeah. All right, let's move on quickly. Where's Louise Devonport? Louise, you're down there. What's your question?
Do you ever behave like Liam and Noel from Oasis and fight?
And fight?
Yeah.
No, we don't really, which is something we've talked about, and the fact that we don't really argue that much, and we've never really come to many like fist fights. I think we've had one fight when we've been doing the whole thing, and I won. It was.
Did you? And what was that over?
We just I can't remember what was it over.
I can't remember. It was something really, really petty.
We never really argue about like the music or the show. It's just like. Something that really annoys us is that Dec always leaves the margarine out the fridge.
Yeah.
And that's really annoying, stuff like that.
So that's what we argue about?
What do you think about Oasis and their behaviour and the behaviour of people like Jarvis Cocker? Hand on heart.
It doesn't, I mean, to tell you the truth, it doesn't really bother me. I don't open the paper and think, oh, I'm not shocked by it, to tell you the truth.
Are you shocked by it?
No, not really.
But you don't do it, do you?
No, I just think that's everybody's individual way of dealing with the situation you're in. And our individual way is to take the mickey out of each other, to deal with it quite lightheartedly.
And you're sweetness and light, comparatively, aren't you? I mean, you're goody two-shoes, you two, compared to them. Yeah? I'm not knocking you for being
No,
that. I
but
think most of the mums watching this show delighted you that way and find the behaviour of Oasis, well,
I think you know,
less than perfect.
you know, we go out and we have a drink and we behave like normal 21-year-old lads do on a weekend. But the fact that it doesn't make the papers and we don't make it public and I think we've got enough sense not to do it, you know, and try and display it and really go over the top about it.
Well, what you do at the weekends leads me very neatly into our next question from Serena Alford. What's your question, Serena?
Right then, are you still single? If you are, do you want to go for a pizza later?
Funny enough, that wasn't the question I thought you were going to ask. It's pretty close. Yeah. Have you got girlfriends?
We've got we've got friends who are girls.
You've got friends who are girls?
Yeah.
Long-term friends who are girls?
Yeah, we've got girlfriends that we've known for a long time.
Friends you would call steady friends who are girls?
Quite steady.
Quite steady. How long steady in your language?
Months steady.
Months. Any names we can bandy around?
Oh, John, you're getting too deep in there.
Come on. They're green with envy.
Nah, I mean, I have got a girlfriend, but I just don't really want to talk about it. Tell you the truth.
Thing. Okay. Listen, you've got lots of fans, and your fans aren't just here; they're all over Europe. And in fact, we've got one in Germany. She's been on the phone. Where are you in Germany, actually, Alex?
I'm in Göttingen.
In where, love?
In Göttingen, which is close to Hanover.
Oh, close to Hanover. Thank you very much indeed. And you're a big fan of theirs too, obviously. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been hanging on the phone all this time. How long have you been following the boys?
About 2.5 years, something.
2.5 years. And how often have you seen them if you live in Germany?
Sorry?
How often have you seen them if you live in Germany?
Quite often, because I come over all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
So what's your question for them? This is your big moment.
Okay, if you were stuck on a deserted island, who would you like to be stuck with then?
If you're stuck on a desert island, who would you like to be stuck with? And you don't have to talk about the steady long-term person. I'll let you off that one.
Cheers, John.
Who would you like to be stuck with?
I'm not really. I suppose it'd be someone that you'd have to be able to get along with.
Yes.
All that time.
Would you like to be stuck with him?
I wouldn't mind.
Would you like to be stuck with him?
Good
I
lad.
mean, living in a flat's one thing, but living on a desert
On
island.
a desert island.
For the rest of your
Sand
life.
you give everywhere.
Could you cope with it?
I think so. I
I know
try
you
anyway.
could. I know you could. No, I was asking Dec if he could cope with that. Anyway, we'll get you off this week and contemplate.
Demi Moore would be a good one to be.
Demi Moore. Okay, well, yes, I'm not the least surprised. Alex, thanks very much indeed. Maybe one day they'll find you on a desert island too. Thanks for calling. And thanks for all this here. We've lots more questions to come. Don't go away, Ant and Dec fans. Back with you in a couple of minutes. Welcome back. We're live from London with Ant and Dec. One thing that puzzles me, you're Ant and Dec again. You were PJ and Duncan.
Yeah.
And we should explain to my mum and people like that. Ant and Dec are your real names, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
That's what you were in Newcastle
Yeah.
as lads.
Yep.
And then you became PJ and Duncan in Biker Grove.
That's right, yeah.
Those are the characters.
Yeah.
Right? So why have you gone back to Ant and Dec? Because you started, you sang as PJ and Duncan,
yeah,
as well
we
as
did.
acted, didn't you?
We did, yeah. But we've left Biker Grove now for about 3 years.
Yeah.
We've been out of that for about 3 years. And from then we've been called PJ and Duncan, and it was just sort of, it was always connecting us with the kids
series.
program, with the series, and it was like we were trying to just move on a bit and grow up a little bit, so we just decided to cut it off.
Okay, but it was that series that launched, and I'm sure you're very grateful
Yeah.
for it.
tremendously.
And we're going to have a nice, embarrassing little clip of you now
Thanks for
from
that.
yesteryear, in which we see you playing the roles of PJ and Duncan and preparing for some kind of magic show.
We could do with is a record-breaking stunt. Like sewing 20 girls in half, all at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, that's high-tech, Duncan. You need coffins.
And special saws and stuff. There was this fella in the British Legion, could take women's bras off without them even knowing. Honestly? So what are you going to do then, for your record-breaking stunt?
Oh, I'll think of something. Don't fret.
Well, it won't surprise you. Julie's got a question for you here, and her question will not surprise you in view of that clip.
All right, lads. Right, do you get embarrassed when you see early Biker Groves?
Not much.
We can't. I don't want to give away your age when you did that, but just tell us roughly how long ago that was.
That was about
That series about what?
7 years ago.
7 years.
Was it?
Yeah.
So that was one of the very early ones, was
Yeah.
it? What was it like? I mean, you were ordinary lads in Newcastle. You were plucked from obscurity. I mean, you're a classic show business tale. Some director went along, I probably know the guy who did it, actually, and said, right, you and you, you're in it.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you react to that when it first happened?
First off, it was brilliant. It was like, oh, you know, this is it. We're on telly and stuff. But you didn't really change too much. You know, it was like you were just the same. You went to the match on a Saturday in Newcastle. You went and stood with everybody else.
Yeah.
And the Gallagher end, and you know, you were just normal, and then it sort of all begins to snowball after that.
I didn't want to do it at first. Like,
Really?
So I got asked, but I was in a show called Why Don't You before that. And, basically, I was so bad on that I got the mick took so much at school, and it was really horrible, that I just said, nah, I can't go through that again. But I was forced by my mum. I was sort of like frog marched by the ear.
Have you thanked her since?
Yeah, oh yeah, I've thanked her loads.
Where's Victoria Owen? Victoria, what's your question, love?
What did you think of each other when you first met?
You can talk frankly.
We didn't even
friends.
speak for about 6 weeks or something. We'd met each other on the first day when everybody meets up. And then that was it, because we weren't in scenes together at the very beginning. It was always Ant was doing his stuff and I was doing my stuff.
What did you think of him when you first met him?
I can't even remember meeting him. To tell you the truth, it just made such an
He made such an impact on you, yes.
I just can't even remember it.
Where's Louise Williams? Louise, got her? Louise, you're over there. What's your question for the boys?
What was the hardest thing about being in Biker Grove?
The hardest thing?
Yeah.
The hardest thing probably was, because the way they filmed it was, you'd usually film about 3 days a week, and that means you had to miss a lot of school. So we'd miss a lot of school, and this was around the time when we were doing our GCSEs and stuff. So we fell behind quite a bit, I think, in studies and stuff.
Did you catch up?
I mean, you couldn't really catch up as much as the rest of the people, but we did. I mean, I did try my hardest at nights and stuff to get it, but I mean, it did suffer in the end.
What were your results? Did you get decent results?
We got passes. We got 3 Bs and 2 Cs each on it.
Aye. So I mean, that's quite. I mean, it's above the average.
But I think it's when you do something like that, when you take so much time out of school and you've got to work so hard to keep up. I think it's inevitable that all your studies are going to suffer.
Sure. Fiona Salmon, where's Fiona? Hi, Fiona. Say good morning to the boys.
Good morning.
How are you?
Pretty much answered my question already. It was, were you actually clever at school?
I see.
Did you enjoy it?
Well, no, it's not quite answered it
Did
because
you enjoy it?
Did you enjoy school? Were you? Could you have done better if you hadn't been for the acting getting in the way?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably, but I still believe now that that was it. That was my chance, and if I hadn't taken that chance, then I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah. Would you describe yourself as clever at school?
Me?
Yeah, try and keep up.
Time and place is
Yeah, tell the place
You're
we're live.
born as
Okay?
John. No, no, not really. I think I'm just like an average student, I think.
Yeah.
I was all right at most things. I wasn't really brilliant at anything in particular.
Okay, let me just say, by the way, to people at home who've been trying to get through, if you haven't been able to get through, I'm awfully sorry. We've been absolutely inundated, I'm told. Inundated. Thousands and thousands of calls coming in. Where's Lisa Power? Lisa, what's your question for the boys?
When you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a footballer.
Did you? And no surprises for guessing who you'd like to play for.
Exactly. Yeah.
You'd have been pretty pleased last Monday night, weren't you?
Very.
Yeah.
I'll
very.
bet. Were you there?
No, we weren't. We were in the studio, but we watched it on the telly in the
For
studio.
the benefit of people who are not following this sort of coded language, they support Newcastle United. Surprise, surprise. Right. What did you want to be? Oh, you've mentioned that. You wanted to be an actor, didn't you?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah.
Yeah, and which is what you've done. Okay, now we're getting towards the end. Zoe Atkinson, I'm trying to get through as many as I can. Zoe, what's your question, love?
Were you both sex symbols at school?
Well,
Nah, not at all.
well, I went to an all-boys school, so I hope not.
Been a bit of a problem with you. We've done Zoe. Where's Nikki Flint? Right, what's your question, Nikki?
Can you remember the first guy you ever kissed?
Okay.
And are you worried about if she'd sell her story to the paper?
I remember her actually, yeah. No, I'm not worried at all, because
I don't think there's much of a story there.
not really. Behind the girls' toilets in primary school, and it was just a little one, so.
Can you remember the first girl you kissed?
I can remember well, there was 3, but I can't remember which one.
All at once?
Well, in succession.
Oh, I see. Right.
They're the line.
And the news of the world can relax, Karen.
I hope so.
Karen, the news of the world can relax. Karen Brunskill, where's Karen? Quick question before we go.
How do people react to you when you go home?
Really good, actually, really positively. And I think they sort of welcome us back to the North East. It's like to two Geordie lads sort of done good. Really, which is
You've got
how
let's
we
have
like
the
it.
freedom of the borough. You wanted to ask him a quick question. What was it?
Yeah, is there anything you're really ashamed of that you've ever done?
Ooh, what a question with 30 seconds to go.
Oh, is there anything I'm really ashamed of? There's nothing that I ever regret doing. I mean, I'm quite embarrassed about Biker there, how young I looked and how I look, but I'm not. I don't.
You?
No, not really. I've regretted a few hairstyles along the way.
Yeah.
But apart from that, not.
You've led blameless lives. And you've got to sing for... Oh, competition. Who's won? Emma Cullen from Glasgow is the winner. You've got the trainers. Emma, well done. Thank you. Yeah. Right. The music star, please get your mic. Okay. They're going to sing for us. What are you going to sing?
The new single, When I Fall in Love.
When I Fall in Love. It's got a lovely introduction. And here they go. Give them a round of applause.
Of love that lasted and cut through my foolish pride. Then when you appeared, I found it, baby. You're the best thing in my life. I can't believe the change in me, girl. Every day is my surprise. You fill me up now, I'm complete, baby. You're the best thing in my life. When I fall in love, it's gonna be forever. Oh yeah. When I fall in love, it's gonna be forever. Oh yeah. Forever, forever, falling in love's gonna be forever, forever. Together, falling in love's gonna be forever, forever, forever. Falling in love's gonna be forever, forever. Together, falling in love's gonna be forever. Now only happy when I'm near you. You turn my whole world upside down. Like stars above, I'll be there for you. You're the best thing in my I thought I'd seen it all before, girl. The seven wonders in their eyes, but none compared to what I feel for you. You're the best thing in my life. When I fall in love, it's gonna be forever. Oh yeah. When I fall in love, it's gonna be forever.
Tomorrow, premonitions and the people who...